Today, we will be covering 3D medical project integration into 3D Slicer using Datature's 3D Slicer Inference Connect. For prerequisites, we will need a 3D medical project deployment, 3D Slicer, and Datature's 3D Slicer Inference Connect extension on 3D Slicer. For more information about deploying a trained model, please refer to our documentation or check out our previous video, Deploying Trained Models as an API. For downloading 3D Slicer and Datature's 3D Slicer Inference Connect extension, please refer to this 3D Slicer documentation on installation and using the extension manager. To get started, we will first need to create our Inference Connect configuration JSON file. To do so, we will need two things: a URL endpoint hosting our deployment and our project secret key. We will first get our URL endpoint hosting our deployment. Head on over to the Deploy tab underneath the Integrate section. Here, you'll see your deployments. For the deployment that you want to access through 3D Slicer, please copy the API endpoint provided underneath the deployment title. Next, we need to obtain our project's secret key. As an important reminder, please keep your secret key private and in a safe place that you can use to access it later. While we will not show you this in the video, we have documentation here that describes how you can obtain your project secret key. Now that we have both our API endpoint and our secret key in a safe place, we want to create a JSON file containing them. To do so, we can simply open up any text editor. We will first start off with an open and closed curly brace. Go between them and add 3 new lines. On the first new line, in double quotes, put secret_key followed by a colon. Then put your secret key in double quotes. After the secret key's double quotes, put a comma. On the second blank line, write deployment_URL in double quotes, followed by a colon. Then put the API endpoint of your deployment. Now, save this file with the .json extension, putting it in a place where you'll be able to access it later. Now, start up 3D Slicer. If you correctly installed the Datature Nexus Inference Connect extension, you should see it underneath Datature Tools listed as Datature Nexus Inference Connect. Click on the extension to start. First, we'll need a few things: input volumes, our configuration file, and a file to store the output segmentations. First, we'll load our input volumes. Now, we will load our configuration file. Then we will select a directory to output the segmentation masks. Once done, we can click the Send for Inference and wait a few moments. Now, using the 3D Slicer interface, you can see that the segmentation masks have been returned and loaded from your deployed model on the Nexus platform. Feel free to explore the returned segmentation masks or modify them using 3D Slicer's interface. From here, you can send another volume for inference and wait for the results. After they return, you'll see that the background volume has updated along with the segmentation masks. Note that all segmentations can be accessed through the Segmentations extension on 3D Slicer. Additionally, after ending your session on 3D Slicer, your masks can be found in the output directory that you specified earlier.